Hi, I'm Sade. Welcome to Coffee Bookshelves. Today we are talking about this book, Till Death by Busayo Matuluko. Now, it's a cozy mystery, and technically it's YA because the lead is a teenager, but actually I think it's accessible for both teens and adults. The lead character, Lara, is British-Nigerian, and she is obsessed with true crime. The podcast, the true crime books, she wants to study criminology. Now, the story takes place in the middle of summer. The family has flown to Nigeria for their annual family vacation, and this year they're also going to be helping prepare for Lara's cousin's wedding. So her cousin is Derin, and Derin's parents are extremely successful business people. Their family's very rich, basically, and they live in a huge house with a sauna and a plunge pool, like rich. Derin is set to marry the son of a wealthy banking dynasty who are even more rich. So money is marrying money. They are the talk of the town. The wealthy elites in Nigerian society are very excited about this wedding. They're calling it the wedding of the decade. And Lara is very excited and she's very happy for her cousin, but she immediately clocks all the strange tensions that are happening around this wedding. Now, weddings are obviously wrought affairs, even on a good day, but there are some peculiar things that are quite specific to this wedding. The groom's extremely rich family had promised to cover half the cost of the wedding. They are now backtracking, and Lara's family, Derin's family, have decided not to make a big deal out of it. They are just going to cover the full cost of this lavish society wedding. But it is strange as to why this very rich family are suddenly reneging on their agreement. Why the sudden change? Are they experiencing, financial issues, or are they suddenly maybe not all in on this wedding? And so that's a bit of a mystery. The exes of both the bride and the groom are attending this wedding. Yes, not necessarily the best thing, right? And some of them are in the wedding party. They're sort of people going off into dark corners or into rooms and having whispered conversations between people who shouldn't maybe be speaking quite so much around, a wedding time. Uncle Yinka, the youngest of the brothers. So Lara's father and Derin's father are brothers, and there's I think there's 3 or 4 of them. But Uncle Yinka is the youngest. He lives in Ghana. He's like the black sheep of the family. He is constantly running out of money. Right now he's out of money once more, has a pregnant wife, has no job, and a very entitled attitude. And he's demanding that his brothers support him with more money. And his brothers, for the first time, are putting their feet down and saying, no, you've got to sort yourself out and grow up for once. Another source of tension. So Lara learns that her cousin Derin has been getting threatening messages, notes that are turning up that are warning her to call off the wedding or else. They're turning up in unexpected places, and sometimes they are alluding to things that would only be known by people who are quite intimate with the family. So it seems that maybe somebody within the wedding party might be related to this issue or behind it. The threats start to escalate, and then dangerous things start to happen around the wedding preparations, and it really looks like somebody wants Derin dead if she decides to go ahead with this wedding. Lara starts to look at the whole wedding party as suspects. Now, Nigerian weddings are such a mood. There's nothing like them. So much beautiful fabric, so much color, multiple outfits, traditional ceremony. There's the official Western ceremony. There's all the extended family. There's catering. And, especially if it's in Nigeria, the security preparations. Setting things in Nigeria, it's an unpredictable country, and it's full of larger than life personalities. So literally the definition of drama. And then when you've got a wedding where somebody's set on wrongdoing, it's an excellent canvas to paint a really great story. So we have these events that unfold in the wedding party, and we see them from Lara's perspective. Then you also have this outside perspective. The story is framed with the narrator voice of a gossip blog. Because Derin is sort of a high-profile Niger it girl who's always in the society pages. People want to know what she's up to. So there are blogs that follow her. And Niger Gossip Lounge is one of those. And it sort of channels Gossip Girl and Bridgerton's Lady Whistledown. People around her feed it, tidbits of information. And so there's this running commentary on the escalating incidents that happen to threaten this wedding, which also heightens the pace and sort of keeps us engaged. Lara makes a great investigator slash narrator. She's naturally suspicious. She's got a logical mind. Her uncle is a professional detective, so she knows more than the average person about how crimes are solved. And her determination to solve this mystery really carries the audience along. This book is full of colourful characters. There's really interesting interpersonal feuds that keep you engaged. Then there's the writing, which is, it's engaging, it's evocative, and it really captures the energy of being in Lagos with a big extended family. And it highlights sort of Nigerian cultural practices and the food and the fashions. I'll read the opening, which happens when the family basically land at Murtala Muhammad Airport, and the place of great continuing trauma for me. I've had so many, I feel like that airport gives you a taster of the country before you've even stepped foot inside it. Auntie, what do you have for us today? A portly, badly balding security guard asks, grinning widely as he looks through our things. Mum stares him down, not budging in spite of his tricks. His smile drops when he sees her death stare. They clearly don't know that they're messing with not only a native but a killer negotiator. The guard's tone changes, fear mixing with audacity, when he says, but madame, you know this bag is heavy. I'm even surprised they let you take it on the plane. And these books, how can we be sure you didn't smuggle anything in them? Do you think security back in London wouldn't have checked? I'm supposed to believe that you can do a better job, Mum says, her tone becoming increasingly irritated because we've been held up for 20 minutes now. The man eyes our bags once more, rummaging around for God knows what. Madame, if you want to pass, you have to pay 100,000 naira, 150,000, and I won't even slice the books open, he says, his voice low. I want to protest for the safety of my books, but I know as soon as he hears my accent, the price will hike up higher. I settle for a squeak instead. 100,000, Mum yells, catching the attention of people around us. She starts cussing the guard out in Yoruba for wasting her time. The man shushes her and I groan inwardly. Big mistake. Don't tell me to shush. 100,000 fukini to bring clothes into the country. Ma, please keep your voice down. Don't be cheap. It's only £50 sterling I'm asking for. He uses his hands to signal that she should lower her voice. I laugh to myself. He clearly doesn't know that he's met his match. Babs isn't paying any attention. He's still half asleep from the journey and has sat himself on a nearby metal chair. He looks like he's astray, with the amount of clothes layered on him. I cried headache, so I got the least of it, and only had to wear a bright blue ghillie over my long box braids and 2 cardigans tied around my waist. Mum starts to get irate and asks the man to bring his supervisor down. The man rubs his bald head nervously. It doesn't have to be like that. You know what? Normally I wouldn't do this, but just for you. He finally closes our bags. You can go. It's okay. Better. Mum kisses her teeth, then we walk off with our luggage. Useless man. Babs, let's go, she tells my brother. So lively, like straight in there. I love it. The ending is very satisfying. I didn't guess the culprit before the reveal, but it really brought all the puzzle pieces together in a very logical way, so definitely worth the wait of getting there. Busayo Matuluko is a nurse by day and she's a mystery and romance writer by night. And this is her debut novel. It's so self-assured, like, you know, it feels like she's been writing novels forever. The audiobook is also really excellent. It's read by the same narrator who read Goddess Crown, Maria Gbele. So if you don't, feel like reading it, just have a listen. She captures all the voices so well and it's such a sweeping, excellent, pacey story. So highly recommend Till Death by Busayo Matuluko.